Welcome. In front of me is a Poco F7 Ultra, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and its specifications. So, getting straight into it, I already checked out the specifications, though I haven't unboxed this yet or seen any kind of reviews or anything like that of this device. But looking at the specifications, it looks like the more loved child of Xiaomi compared to the F7 Pro. And the reason I'm saying that is because it improves basically on everything for about $100 more when you compare it to the Pro. Pro seems like a neglected kid. This seems like all the love went into this device and is going to be better to incentivize the upgrade to the Ultra over the Pro. And I'll be giving you kind of comparisons between the Pro and Ultra later on. So let's first talk about this one. I'm gonna boot it up and also take a look at what's inside of here. Come on, boot up. There we go. So in here we got a cable, and it's a Type A to Type C cable. And we also have our matte finish silicone case. Pretty nice. They don't get like nasty yellow, so that's pretty good. And that's about it. Now, starting off with the display on this device, this one will be actually something that is identical to the Pro version of this phone, which I have right here. So this is going to be a 6.67 inch display with a 1440 by 3200 pixel resolution AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate, Dolby Vision certified, HDR10 Plus certified, and a peak brightness of 3200 nits of brightness, 89% screen to body ratio, and a pixel density of 526 pixels per inch, with the only difference being the glass used here, which is the Poco Shield glass, compared to the Corner Gorilla Glass 7i that the Pro version has. Now, in terms of hardness, I have no idea how they compare, so I won't be able to give any kind of insight into that. Now, if we flip it over to the back, we have our triple camera setup, and the main sensor is a 50 megapixel f 1.6 24mm wide lens. Then we get a 50 megapixel at 2.0 aperture, 60mm telephoto, 32 megapixel f 2.2 aperture, ultra wide, and with those cameras can do 8K at 24 frames, 4K at 60, and 1080p up to 960 frames per second, though that will be a slow motion. And 720 gets you all the way up to 1920 frames per second. Then at the selfie, and this hole punch camera houses a 32 megapixel f2.0 aperture, 24mm wide lens that does 1080p up to 60 frames per second. So camera-wise, here is an improvement over the Pro version, primarily with the inclusion of telephoto 50 megapixel and bumping up the ultra-wide to 32 megapixel from the measly 8 megapixels. Now, if we continue on to the internals here, here will be a weird kind of step down. So this phone comes with a 5300 mAh battery over the 6000 that the Pro version offers. So this is a higher end model with a smaller battery, but it charges faster at 120 watts and also offers 50 watts wireless charging. The Pro version doesn't offer any kind of wireless charging. Now, it's also being powered by a Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is the newest or best processor right now for Androids, the fastest one from Qualcomm. It comes with 12 or 16 gigabytes of RAM and 256 or 512 gigabytes of storage. Now, the 12 gigabytes of RAM will only come with 256 of storage, while 512 comes with automatically 16, both being UFS 4.1 storage type with no expandable storage whatsoever. And that basically sums up the device. So it is, I think, the closest thing to a flagship phone from Poco as a sub brand. Xiaomi does, I believe, make flagship devices, so this is kind of weird. Let me quickly check. I think like there is what, Xiaomi 13 Xiaomi 13, is it 14 maybe? And there's 14, there's 15. Okay, so there is 15 as the newest one. So, alright, I actually had this phone here. So, the best one they offer as a Xiaomi is the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, which is a phone designed primarily for like photo shooting, and that also comes with very comparable specifications. Just a bigger display, way better camera setup, that's for certain, and also a price tag that reflects it, as this phone seems to be completely mismatched in terms of price. For a Xiaomi phone costing nearly $1,200 is just a it's just a confusing choice here. But they also offer just a Xiaomi 15, which comes also with a 8 Elite processor, and it's a fantastic phone. It's going to be on a smaller side, so it's actually smaller than this, at 6.3-inch display, and that will also have fantastic cameras, and is also a great phone, costing definitely less than it's listed right here, but about 800 euros, something along those lines. You might actually be able to pick it up for less, as Xiaomi devices do kind of lose on value quite quickly. So, like I said, the Ultra seems to be kind of weird. It is still cheap considering it's 700 euros compared to other devices running this processor, but it's just, Xiaomi already offers Ultra like phones basically. They're not calling it Ultra, or well, they are actually, but they're like double the price. But even the bog standard like 15 Xiaomi is basically better than this. So it's kind of confusing what the point of this phone is. It just adds more additional product lineup to already kind of a bloated market, while Xiaomi themselves offers a better alternative if you're looking for photo phone, and also offers better, at least previously offered better choices for more well-rounded device. The Pro version of this phone is, I would say, well-rounded device, coming with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, but it doesn't seem as such a fantastic choice as previous Pocos used to be. So I honestly don't know what to think about this phone. It's a fantastic phone. It's going to be stupidly fast, comparatively to like Samsung S25s, but it just a weird product, I would say, in that kind of sense. But in any case, hopefully you found this video and my rant helpful, helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.